Hey guys, so here's an update. Today I'm going to show you guys how you can make money online using Fiverr. I've been on Fiverr for about 1.5 years now, working part-time, and I've been able to make over $2,000 out of just one gig that was self-taught. Now in just a short while I'm going to show you my dashboard, the kind of gigs I have, how I set it up, how I can help you set it up right now, and hopefully you can make something like this. Now, I didn't take any courses for this. I didn't buy an account from anyone. Just creating a gig from scratch and then teaching yourself as you progress along the way. That's pretty much all you need to get started. Now, before I begin, I just want to tell you that along the way, as you start your work here on Fiverr, you might meet sources of people coming at you with things like, I have this Fiverr account that I have made. It has a good portfolio. It is a good rating and gets about 1,000 views per week. So how about I just sell it to you? There's no need for that. Although it is true that starting to get your gig going for the first time might actually take some time. Don't worry, because this is where most people actually despair and lose hope. Something good about Fiverr is that you don't need to go visiting clients, reaching out, marketing for yourself, going to clients' inboxes, or checking out what kind of requests they're submitting. You just need to create a good profile. Your portfolio really says something about your work, because someone who's looking for something professional might want to see, of course, what kind of works have you been doing? Can I see some of them? Here's how you can get started on Fiverr and fix all that. You can start by signing up on Fiverr. If you don't have an account, there's a link in the description. You can click and it will take you to the sign up page. Go ahead, fill in your email, and then from there you'll get steps on how you can log into your account. So first you need to answer this question. What am I good at? What can I do better than most people can? It can literally be anything. Write it down somewhere. And if you're having trouble with this, don't worry, here's a clue. You can always go to the browser's page as if you want to buy some services, okay? And from the top bar, you can see we have graphic design, we have digital marketing, and under all these categories, we have a lot of subcategories. For example, if you picked writing, you know you're good at writing articles for websites or transcribing, translating, you can always offer your services for some fees. And if you want to start a gig on translating or writing articles and blogs, just come here to this category of writing and translation. Go to articles and blogs, pick a language that you're going to use. Under this language, we have a lot of subtopics. Okay, clients might need something outside this scope, and that's why they need to first contact you so that they can know, is this something you can do for them? Is this something you can help them do? And this feature is important because as you're starting off, people might want a specific service that only you may be among the few people that offer this service. And that's why you have these subcategories. If you make your gig, you're going to narrow down to these specific categories so you can be easily found as you start off. And just like that, you have a list of recommendations of the kind of things you can do. Or if you want to set up your profile, you can just come here, get these profiles, get the examples from their pages and use them to make your own page. Let us pick one that we can borrow ideas from, like this profile here. The person has 35 ratings of an overall of 4.9 out of 5, which is fine. And you're usually advised as you begin, it's a good practice to have your picture, if possible, on the page so people can have a better interaction with you. It's easier for someone to interact with you if they've seen maybe a picture of you, something like that. And the good news with some of the gigs, actually, you just need one picture compared to something like graphic design or web design, where people would like to see an actual long portfolio of some of the work that you'll be doing. You can see a picture showing the photo of the seller. The 3 types of packages they have offering for their service. The first one begins at 600 words for $10. The second one is standard and premium. They all have different ranges of words. Under that, we have the ratings that you've received from your work. If you got a gig from a client and you submitted it for them, they have an option to leave a review for your work. And these reviews will appear on your page, okay? Yeah, and all that. So very fast, we're going to create a demonstration of a live gig that we're going to create together before we can publish it on Fiverr. Okay, just after signing up, you'll see this page. This is your dashboard. Head over to my business, down to gigs, and then all the gigs that you create will show up here. Head over to create a new gig. This is what you will say what you're going to do for the clients. For instance, as you can see, it has started with I will. So you just need to complete this. I will write an article, I will design a poster, I'll create a short voiceover, I will record a short tutorial, anything, whatever it is. You found it, good. It can literally be anything. Once you have it, go find a profile that is successful, and the ideas you can copy from that profile. From our selection, we have one account here. We're going to get what they put on their profile and try to revise, create something better, hopefully. Now on our profile, it says, I will create article in 24 hours. You can take that and write something like that. Try to stand out, and they're most likely to click on that one much more. From here, as you can see, this account has 3 packages, and this is supposed to give a price range according to what you require for work done for you. Your basic, standard, premium, you can just call it anything: gold, silver, bronze, whichever. And once you complete this form, it's going to look like this one. Okay, this person decided to call it basic, standard, and premium. You can choose to call it the same or something else. 500 words, 200 words, and 500 words. Pick a delivery time for the first one: 1 day, 1 day or 3 days, because it's going to be a lot of work to write all these words. For the first one, you can have 500 words. The second one, 1200. The third one, 2500 words. Revisions is the number of time a client can request you to revisit the work. It might be a lot of work, sometimes minor adjustments, or sometimes big adjustments as well. For the first one, you can have about 2 revisions. The second one, about 4. The third one can go all the way up to unlimited if you wish. If you want to contrast your packages to avail this service here and not the other side, well and good. Altogether, you can just choose to leave it. And then this one, put the price for the first one: 10, 20, 35. Now, as you're starting off, actually the pricing of your service is very important. You don't want to input a very low value, because people are going to question your quality of service. And also at the same time, you don't want to overprice your work, because if you do so, you're more likely to drive away clients or potential clients. So just have a decent price as you start off. This is in the normal range. Yeah, you can choose to include images in your works if you wish. Take some time on this page. For example, you can choose to include an extra service. This is additional services that are going to cost clients some more money. For example, additional words. You may choose to pick the first package, which is the basic package for 500 words. You can decide to charge, say, $5. Take some time, find out what you can adjust. Have a look at more profiles, the kind of services they're offering, additional extra services for their own profile, and so on and so on. There are a lot of features. This is a platform that gives you the opportunity to be able to fit your work however you'd like it among all these categories, okay? Quite importantly, your description is going to appear right beneath the gig, okay? For example, look at this profile. This is the description area, and whatever she writes on that part is going to show up right below. So as you can see, they come in hand. Description and your package appears on the other side. So you want to write something that's going to be appealing. Do not copy paste. Do not copy and paste. Fiverr might find a way to detect this, and they may reduce the recommendations on your profile. Try to have a look at it, find a way you can rewrite it. For example, I am a skilled freelance writer. You can write something like, I am a professional freelance writer. I've worked on this for a certain amount of time. Whatever you know can be appealing if you're the one who is going over your own work. I hope that makes sense. Now, after the description side, you'll find a requirements tab. This is where your clients are going to see the requirements needed after paying for your service. Usually come across a profile, they read the description. If it's fit, they pay for your service, and then they'll be sent to this requirements page. For example, think of it as a form that's going to help you do your work a little better, okay? It's as if you're asking your client, can you tell me a little bit more about the service you want me to do for you? Would you like images attached to your article? Do you have some of these images you'd like me to include? Or are there specific keywords you'd like me to include in the article? Get it in the form of multiple choices. Add one and just, You can add as many as you wish. You can find more ideas. Do not beat yourself up because you don't know what you write inside that form. As you progress, you're going to realize, I need to put more things here so I can better serve my clients after making their order. Gallery, your previous works. You can put them here. Whichever gig you've chosen, you have pictures, videos, PDFs, you can put them here so that when a client sees your profile, they're going to check these images and see that they actually works that you've done previously for other people, so they can have every reason to buy your service. Okay, for a start, if you don't have one, quickly, there is a free online editing service called Canva. We're gonna go over to Canva and create just a sample image. Give an idea of how you can use it to create whatever you'd like. If you don't know, Canva is a good online graphic editing software. Create a design, go to presentation. There are free templates you can use to get started. Here is one. I'm going to pick this one. This is gonna be a sample image. Increase the font size, center, change the color to now. Feel free to play around with whatever you need. Write something like product reviews, duplicate, YouTube script. This is something YouTubers follow when they're making content, something they can read off, things to say in the video, whatever it is. When you're done, you're ready to export your poster. Go to File, scroll down to Download, change to a JPG, and here's a download. Come here back to your gig profile, grab your image, upload it, and save and continue. Now, you're almost done. Depending on your gig, you're going to be required to do some things. For example, if you pick this category of writing articles, you will have to take a test first of all, so that they can be sure you are able to do this. Take the test, answer the questions. It's a simple test. You don't have anything to worry about. If you know you can do it, they're not going to ban you. You can always take the test anytime you want. And after you pass the test, you can eventually publish a gig. Immediately you publish a gig, sometimes they might review your gig, might take a short time just to be sure they fall in line with their guidelines, terms of service, and so on. Now, after publishing, your gig will start getting impressions. Okay, after you publish a gig, go back to my business gigs, and then the gig you've created is going to show up here, and Fiverr is going to periodically recommend your profile to client searches. Okay, and every time there's an impression of your gig, it's going to show up here. Something important about impressions is that the impressions are going to translate to possible clicks and orders. Okay, so the more impressions, the better. How can you get more impressions on Fiverr? You can choose to promote your own gig. There's a shareable link. Can post on social media, send to your friends. Depending on what you do, you can share your link anytime to increase your impressions, increasing the chances of you getting clicks and orders. One of the best ways to get good impression results is delivering quality work and getting good ratings. Okay, with every good rating a client leaves behind is going to increase the chances of Fiverr, recommending your work. I'm just going to show you here. Click on it. This is a period of time where my gig has been getting impressions. I disabled it for some time because I was away. And in one day you can get about 30, 35, sometimes can be more or less, okay, depending on what Fiverr decides to have it. Something you need to know about ratings is that sometimes clients can choose to leave behind ratings. If you've done a good job for them, they're going to give you a good review. If you done some work that is below the expectations, they might leave a review as well. It's going to show on your profile after that. Most of the people on Fiverr are nice. If you deliver something that they need, definitely they're going to be satisfied and they're going to give you a good rating. Pick a gig you're good at, something you're not going to struggle to achieve, and you'll be good. Always keep in mind that they're going to perform better as you progress. Okay, as you start, you might be finding the challenge to keep up with the order time that you've put in place. Don't worry about that. Just try to do it as you would usually do. Some of them put up their works there. For example, if the video editors, if the animators, they create some 3D, 2D, whatever it is, and you need content for your portfolio, do not take their work. It's against the policies on Fiverr. I hope this is simple enough. I don't want to leave anyone behind. If you're having trouble so far, just leave a comment. I will be able to answer you. Or if anyone else knows the answer, you're free to answer back. Once you get your first gig, do it to a level base. This is going to determine a lot of factors that are going to come afterwards. Now, something you need to keep in mind as you begin is that clients along the way can actually request for many revisions, even the ones that you did not expect. So you need to be a little bit more patient. I've worked on graphic design here on Fiverr. Some of the clients ask for revisions after you've completed the work, and you might find that some of the revisions they're actually asking for do mean that you now have to start afresh, or it's a major change, almost as similar as starting over. Prioritize the communication with them. Try to get as much info as much as possible so that you don't have to go back to review your work and making mistakes. They will be easily eliminated. There'll be more videos coming still on this. If you have questions, let me know, and I will make sure to include it in the second batch of the video. Otherwise, that was pretty much everything you needed to know about starting out on Fiverr. Just know it's possible. You can pick some work that is very simple to do for you because you have an interest in it, you're good at it, you have all the time, you have facilities to do it better. Some of the major challenges people face on Fiverr is starting out, because most of the people who buy, they look at your rating and portfolio pretty much. So if you have a good rating, 4.5 or above, you're good to go. Okay, if you have a Fiverr profile and you'd like people to find out about your work, you can write it in the comments so that people can actually see some of their work. That was pretty much it. There's a series I'm planning to start on how I'll show you guys to make money online. There are very many ways that I've gotten to practice, try out, and they've been working. I'm going to update you guys on the strategies I come across, new ways that I can help you know early enough so you can do it on a part-time. Some people actually do this full-time. They've advanced in such a way that it's now able to cater for their needs. Okay, they do it full-time. It's possible. If you want to do something you're good at, you're getting good reviews, things are going well, you're getting the work inside your scope, things are working nice for you, it's possible. You can do it. Yeah, it will just take a little bit of patience as you begin. If you need any guidance on this, let me know. I'm willing to help you guys. It's simple. Do not stress yourself. I'll see you next time. Yeah.